Buddy, well, it's not a Monday Mod Live Talks, but it's now Tuesday. We just got back from a cool event up in Antioch, California. There's been some news that's going on the interwebs, and David Rochin from Huckleberry RC Raceway. We're running club racing down here in the SoCal area in Anaheim at Santa Ana River Lakes, and we run 8 scale electric, as far as buggy, truggy, short course, and kind of some other scales. But we want to make a huge push from what I'm hearing into 10th scale. Kind of how did this come about, David, and lead us through, and we'll kind of go through some cool things that are possibly coming up here at Huckleberry for 10th scale racing.
So I seen Frankie Contreras jumped on there and just flat out said, "Would love to see Huckleberry turn into a 10 scale track." And so I've been contemplating the idea for a long time. I've been wanting to get 10 scale going out here. I understand everybody is used to indoor, and I respect that. But I would like to open up, a few doors and try to see if we can get some 10 scale off road going.
Yeah, so I think, obviously, rest in peace to our good friends OCRC Raceway. They closed down, would it be about, I think, 3 years ago now, at least two. And, 10 scale racing, and with the climate of buildings and how expensive it is. And not only that, but as far as dirt indoor carpet racing, dirt indoor racing has kind of subsided, and it's starting to go more towards carpet indoors. And a lot of facilities don't want dirt indoors because of the mold, because of different things. It's harder to work. So it's unfortunate to see that happening, but people are kind of looking for that 10 scale track to go to in the SoCal area. And there are a couple different ones out there that do outdoor off-road. One of them is Hot Rod Hobbies. Jimmy Babcock, I know they're racing soon. So shout out to those guys. He's probably one of the best that's been doing 10 scale outdoor. I know Joey from the Dirt. They had some stuff going on there, but I think the Dirt Junior actually became an oval track. So I think they kind of did away with 10 scale, but I know that the JBRL was just out at Paris, and they were running it on the big track. So we might see kind of a trend. And when I first started racing 10 scale, it was all pretty much outdoors. We had SoCal, but when we were doing the JBRL series going for 10 scale, everything was outdoors, except for pretty much that one. So in the early days, so we kind of see maybe that shift going towards 10 scale right now, being back outdoors once again, obviously like it is with 8 scale. And Huckleberry is kind of the perfect size for 10 scale, but possibly the layouts need to be a little different.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I feel, if we find the right person that can make it a 10 scale friendly track, as well as have as much fun as we're doing out here with 8 scale, I believe, we can turn that around and bring a lot more people out here. There's been even suggestions such as making just a 10 scale day, which I'm very open with. I know a lot of guys wouldn't want to run with these 8 scales out here for the fact that, they can do some damage for the most part. But again, I am open to doing that and looking to make it happen real fast.
Yeah,
Now,
so
go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
and sorry to interrupt you. We had a good question here from Notchism, which is Notch Johnson. He'll be helping run the eventual on-road program there at Huckleberry RC Raceway, which we're looking very forward to. This is not a replacement for 8 scale. 8 scale is still 100% included. I think to begin with, we don't want to disenfranchise our current base, which is 1/8 scale. That is not the goal. We're trying to help bring something and be like, hey, this is going to be more 10 scale friendly. Now the tracks may end up going a little bit different as far as the layout, but as you remember at OCRC, we used to race indoor 8 scale all the time. I remember racing my RC8 there. So the the layout can be adjusted so that both are comparable, much like they have it like Hot Rod. They run nitro out there. They run 10 scale. They run a little bit of everything. So you're able to kind of split the difference between the two. I actually had a good conversation with a lot of people will know is actually Nick Black. I gave him a call today and said, "Hey, Nick, would you be interested in building a track out of Huckleberry?" And it was kind of the first time he's hearing about it. He's working with his dad, Robert. And shout out to the Blacks. And I could think of no one better. And as of right now, he's like, I'm really busy with life. I don't think I'd be able to fit it into my schedule. Totally respect that. But hopefully we see him down at the track and come out and check it out. Maybe we can twist his arm to maybe do a setup out there. I know a lot of us in the community would be happy to, and Huckleberry would be wanting to support that. So definitely going to be looking for that right track builder to kind of do kind of a 8 scale, 10 scale friendly layout. As well as we're going to have to start looking into possibly getting some blowers, possibly doing some stuff, and to kind of shape it up for the 10 scale program. So there's a couple different ideas. And not to over speak you, D-Rock. Looks like he's got another guy there, but we have a couple ideas for this, and one of the big things is, and we'll kind of just get into it, is we want to do a whole new layout, but we also want guys to come out before we have an all new layout. So we don't want to pretty much say, hey, we're just going to be running 10 scale and nobody shows up. We want to start building up the classes there. So that's going to be like 2-wheel drive buggy. Most likely, depending on what we get, it'll probably just be an open class for now. We may break into 10 scale, 17.5 2-wheel drive, 13.5 4-wheel, modified for both. Modified's obviously going to be much smaller from what we see. Who knows if that's going to gain some traction? Obviously, stadium truck and short course. At first, we may just have it as an open motor class to see how we can get this going. And then people kind of figure out what they're going to do. So we kind of had an idea, David, for 10 scale. Since we're not going to be doing an all new layout right now, and to include it with the current program and the current setup that we have, what are we kind of thinking? Do you want me to go over that, or you want to go over what that special is for our 10 scale crew?
You can explain it, and then I'll kind of back you up on everything. But pretty cool idea that you came up with. And
Right on.
I think it's gonna work out for everyone. So go ahead.
Awesome. So what we end up wanting to do with the 10 scale guys before this kind of main track changes, this would be on a limited time basis, is that the second class at Huckleberry of 10 scale or third or whatever it may be, but basically it's a BOGO deal for 10 scale. And you pay for your first entry, whether it's 8 scale or 10 scale. And you get a 10 scale entry for free. So you're able to bring out, 2 cars and get it going. Or if you already have an 8 scale, your 10 scale class will be for free. You're running 2 8 scales, your 10 scale class would still be free. So your third class, depending on what you want to call it. Obviously, the first entry always needs to be paid for. The track can't survive on nothing. It needs the lifeblood is money at the end of the day for businesses and to make things happen. But we got the green light from the main mans to say, hey, we want to get people out there to race. So if you are just racing one class, you would have to pay for obviously your first initial class, but your second one would be free of charge. So I think that's a cool way to get these guys into it. And if these guys have their 8 scales, and man, bring your 10 scale buggy out, bring your 2-wheel drive out. what have you. And it will help us with people finding out the setups, what tires are working.
Right.
I'm sure it's going to be a whole shot or a double D, soft or super soft compound out there, much like, what we're running reflexes and whole shots out there currently in that, small pin tire. I know that I've seen Frankie out there with 4-wheel drive buggy, and he's been ripping. It's very quick, and 4-wheel drive looks like a ton of fun. I've seen a couple 2-wheel drive buggies out there every once in a while at some of our bigger races, but nothing where it's just been sprinkled through. So you guys can see the track right there. They're watering it in the background. And yeah, it's an awesome facility straight at Santa Ana River Lakes here in Southern California. You can see the pits there in the background. And so it looks like Trevor Adamo is all about it. Yeah, we got those pits back there.
Let me go up on the stand, show you guys what there is up here on the stand. So, pretty cool stand. And of course, got the lake right behind us.
Right on.
So
it looks like we got a couple people happy to help. We got Trevor Adamo here saying, if I'm free, I'm happy to help. Most likely stuff. Notch saying it looks like he might be able to run the dozer. So maybe if he's able to help out with the layout, so that would be sweet. So yeah, it's kind of bringing in the people that be to make it happen. And it should be awesome. I came from 10 scale myself. That's what I grew up in. My first car was a stadium truck, a double XT, and that's all we ran back in the day was whole shots and edges up front. It's super fun class, and really enjoy it and get people into it, and kind of at a lower price point than 8 scale. So I think that's a good thing, and more RTR options for people. So with that said, guys, we'll kind of keep it short and sweet, but we definitely want to get 10 scale out there at Huckleberry RC at Santa Ana River Lakes. Our first time that we can be doing this is on Friday. We're going to be running a night race on Friday. They're doing the D-Rock Midnight Special, going all the way through. What do you call it, D-Rock? It's a special name.
D-Rock's Overnight RC.
Yeah, D-Rock's Overnight RC.
Where else do you guys get to RC overnight? It's like, the way I take it is, back in the day when I was a kid, we would have sleepovers. It's kind of like one of those. Come sleep over at D-Rock's track. Get your cars out here. Come do racing with us as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody that's joined one has always had fun, and they always come back for more. So if you haven't been out to...
little bit too rich for my blood. I need my beauty rest, but well, I will be heading up the program for you guys and making sure everything runs smooth. And let's get some 10 scale cars out there, guys. So this Friday, bring them out for our, it's basically a BOGO deal. You buy one, you get one for the 10 scale. So whether you have your 8 scale, you pay for that. Your first entry, your second entry for 10 scale would be free. You buy your first entry at 10 scale, your second entry is free. And you kind of get the deal.
And until we can start growing the classes, I'm guessing that this is going to be an open class to start off.
Yeah, it'll be a totally open class, whether it be 17.5. It's just going to be on the scale of car. Obviously, short course, stadium truck, short course, 2-wheel, 4-wheel. We would separate them by that. But if we do have to, we don't get enough people, obviously we'll combine stuff and make it an open 10 scale 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive class, however it may be. Just so we make sure that we have our marshals and everything else. Trevor Adamo is asking, when does the new layout go in? So we have been given the green light by the powers that be for financial wise to do it in November. From what I'm told, that will be the quickest that we're able to do it, because it just is such an expense.
Yeah.
So until then, we're gonna run this BOGO deal, guys. So it kind of gives people plenty of time to come out. And like we said, we don't want to totally shut down the track and do something if we don't have any interest in it. So this is your guys's, kind of chance to say, hey, we want to come out, we want to support, and we're going to be supporting, obviously the racers as well, with giving away these classes, because essentially 10 scales will race free at Huckleberry, for that second class, and able to save some money, more fun out of it. We will have trophies as well at the club events, and I think it's pretty cool, because it's no risk to you guys realistically, for kind of figuring out these setups and what tire combination is going to work, and everything like that. So,
Want to see something cool real quick?
sure. Ooh, look at that! Don't show that to Notch. He might get a little too excited. A little too excited in his pants. Just kidding, Notch. Just kidding.
Look
But
at
that
that.
is sexy. It looks great. So
On-road driver stand.
on-road
folks.
coming. I'm kind of jealous, I must say, of the concrete
You
that
know
the
what? I
on-road
am
guys
too,
get.
man. Look at it. Look at
You
this.
know,
Dude.
I'd
Look at
be.
this. Look at this, dude.
I think
Come
we
on
need to
now.
just move our pits over to there,
Right?
and then we'll just walk a little further.
Look at this pit area, dude.
Yeah, that's not
Look at
fair.
this, dude. Come on.
That's not even fair.
Why don't we pull Kobe aside? We'll talk to him. Give him a little lecture. But check out this handicap ramp, dude.
Very nice.
Come on. Come on. Look at best spot in the house. Right there. Handicap spot.
Yeah, we
Wow.
need we're like the redheaded stepchild now on the off-road side, man. This isn't right.
Oh, for
This
real.
isn't right. It
Serious.
started it all, and it doesn't even get the nice perks.
I know, man. What's up with that? And then obviously from this corner you see the whole track.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Beautiful,
Just
beautiful.
insane. So you guys be ready. This will be the mecca of our scene pretty soon.
It'll be pretty cool. We'll have actually behind me, we'll have a all new expanded mod hobbies coming soon as well, that will be
There you go.
offering a bunch of race goodies. So that's we've been working on it. You can see as we're expanding the shop, those are the cabinets right there in the back, right there, and those are actually OCRC's cabinets. So those all got painted up. So that's coming in the coming months of a race shop for you guys. That's going to be located about 30 seconds from Huckleberry.
Literally.
So
Literally 30
so
seconds.
it'll be cool. So expanding the shop, and then it'll have a lot of goodies that we've been doing a lot of fifth scale stuff recently with our small shop, but we're going to be having 8 scale stuff coming in, on-road stuff coming in. I'll be getting with Notch on kind of the classes that he's offering, and make sure that we're carrying stuff for those guys. I'm sure the Tamiya trucks will be big, and maybe we'll get some oval going. So RC boats, yeah, Josh Nelson. I don't know if they'll let them on the lake yet. We got to get
Come
that
on, come
approved.
on.
We got to get that
We
approved.
can make it happen. There's a spot
Get that approved.
that we can do that. So we just got to have enough people to make sense. You know what I mean? Anything's
Yep.
possible. Anything's
So
possible.
yes, most definitely. So a cool race shop's going to be coming your guys' way, and in a few months here, we're actively working on our expansion right now, and just all the POS system, all the pegboard, all the everything. But it's in the final stages. We got the building. I'm in it right now, and we're going to have an expansion and different stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. That's located right next to Huckleberry. So going to be sweet, guys.
Very
So
good. Very
a
cool.
lot to support the community. And that is our goal. And I know kind of very soon, D-Rock, that Notch is going to have a new home for the, I believe it's Score. I want to say
Yep. SoCal
it is.
On-Road
So
Raceway.
very
Very,
cool.
very
So
soon. I
we're
would say
looking forward to that.
end of October, hopefully.
Yeah.
So,
So it's going to
looking
be
forward
very,
to
very cool.
good days.
So it is, yeah. So a lot of good stuff coming, guys, and a lot of investment from, obviously Huckleberry Mod. We want you guys to have the best experience and fun out there with your RC vehicles, and to include everybody. So we saw that 10 scale was coming up. D-Rock hit me up, and he goes, "Hey man, how about some 10 scale?" And I'm like, "Well," he's like, "Well, we want to do a layout, this and that, but we need to make sure that people are supporting it, guys. We can't throw something on and there's no people."
Right.
So we know that a lot of the hardcore guys that follow, for instance, the JBRLs, they end up going obviously to Hot Rod. But Hot Rod's more of a groom track, than what Huckleberry is. So it'd be probably more so like Paris, I would say, but even a little bit more loam than Paris. So it's for our good friends out there at the Dirt, Joey Christensen. So we just have to figure out what it is for Huckleberry, and what you guys kind of like out there. But like I said, BOGO deal for you guys, so you're able to figure it out at a less cost.
Yep.
So
Indeed. So let's
should
get
be
this
good.
10 scale going.
Yes. So some 10 scale guys. So bring them out, guys. Bring them out this Friday. We will make a class. Bring what you guys have. Bring some pin tires, and let's make it happen. So should be good. Yeah, I
And
think everybody.
real
Yes.
quick while we're live, for those of you that are coming to the overnight will start as soon as the gates open. So you come in, you check in, you get your wristband, whether you're racing or you're just here for the overnight. And I would suggest, if you are coming for the overnight, you come right when we open. That way you can reserve your table and you have your table for the rest of the night and on to the morning time. So again, it won't start at 8 p.m. It's going to start at 5:45 when I open the gates. So a couple of hours earlier than normal.
Right on. So Todd Reeve is hitting us up. I wonder where Todd has been. We haven't seen him in
Right?
a little while.
Todd, where you been, man?
He's like, "Hope you guys have a blast." Where have you been, Todd? I've been missing that white Mayako. No, it was Sparko car. Yeah, what's up with that? I can't mix you and Dan Doe up anymore. Your guys'
Dan
bodies.
too, man. Dan's
I
been
know
missing
the
in
pink
action.
stickers versus the orange stickers there, Todd. We need to see you back out there. What's going on, Ivan? I know Trevor's is going to be happy about this.
And guys, if you can give us some suggestions, or maybe someone that's looking for what we're trying to do, give us a message, man, or hit up Matt and give us some intel, man. We're actually looking for someone to do what we want. So
Right on. So looking forward to it, guys. And we'll see how it goes. So I know a lot of guys sold off their 10 scale stuff when OCRC went away, which is unfortunate. And we're just looking to facilitate those people that still have it and help build that community back up here in the SoCal region, and have a place for them to go to on a weekly basis. So, but yeah, so thank you again, D-Rock, and all the people
thank you.
commenting in, and
Thanks, everyone.
should be good. All right. Well, sounds good. We'll see you on Friday.
Yes, sir. Let's
All
get
right.
ready to race and bring those 10 scales out, folks.
Yep,
Let's get
you
this
got it,
thing
guys.
rolling.
BOGO deal for the 10 scales. It's a free class. All right. We'll see you guys soon. Be blessed. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Peace out.
Yeah. Later, D-Rock.